Picture someone you know who always seems fine with money. Not rich, just comfortable, unbothered. You've never quite understood what they actually do. Lately, you keep running into more people like that. And you start to get this quiet feeling, like everyone else got a memo you didn't. Here's the thing, you're not imagining it. The rules for making money just changed, and this video is about who figured that out and how. You already know the playbook. Go to school, work hard, get the degree, land a steady job at a solid company. Climb the ladder year after year, retire at 65, collect a pension. For almost a century, that deal held. Whole generations built their lives around it. And most of them ended up okay. Then something started to crack. Not all at once, quietly at first, but the numbers are already in. 85 million jobs at risk globally by end of 2026. Not a prediction anymore, a projection already in motion. Data entry faces a 95% chance of automation. Bank clerks, retail support, customer service lines, gone or going in the places that moved first. 37% of business leaders plan to replace people with AI this year. Not someday, by the end of this year. 37% of business leaders plan to cut staff for AI. 3 in 10 have already done it. Picture an office floor you've walked through before. 6 months ago, 40 people filled those desks. Now count the heads, 12. The other chairs haven't moved. 40 coffee cups still line the counter. 28 people just not there anymore. The work didn't vanish. It just moved to a machine that doesn't need lunch. But here is the twist nobody is talking about. While jobs moved to machines, money was quietly moving too. Total freelance income in America right now? $1.5 trillion. More people are earning more than ever before. The average freelancer now makes over $100,000 a year. More than the standard 9-to-5 salary. They just took a different road to get there. Routes nobody ever sat you down and taught. Right now, 70 million Americans are already on those routes. 36% of the entire U.S. workforce. That is not a fringe group, that's 1 in 3. No single employer, no set hours, no guaranteed paycheck. Freelancers, contractors, gig workers, different names for the same shift. The 9-to-5 is quietly becoming the minority position. Most people haven't noticed yet, but the numbers have. And by every projection, it's only going further. Take one woman in Chicago, call her Sarah. Outside her apartment, a concrete rectangle sitting empty. She gave up her car 2 years ago. The spot just sat there earning nothing. So she listed it on an app. 3 taps and it was done. Now strangers park there every single day. $400 a month, automatically. She checks her phone about once a week. That is the entire job. Picture a guy in Phoenix, call him Marcus. His router sits on the counter, blinking in the dark. Most of that bandwidth just goes nowhere. He installed one small app that sells the unused portion. While he sleeps, strangers borrow tiny slices of his connection. He wakes up $50 richer. For doing absolutely nothing, he was asleep. Idle assets are just money you haven't collected yet. Your voice is an asset, and you might not know it yet. Some people record 500 words into their phone. A company licenses the recording. They use it to train an AI voice model. Now, when that AI reads an ad or an audiobook, your voice is what comes out. Every time it does, you earn. You are not in the studio, you might be asleep. Passive, perpetual, a little strange, but passive isn't the only way the math changed. Meet a freelance writer, 2 articles a day. Same brain, same hours, same cup of coffee. Then she let AI handle the scaffolding. The outline, the structure, the first rough pass. She shapes it, sharpens it, makes it real. Now she produces 10 articles a day. Same hours, 3 to 5 times the income. The work didn't get easier, it got multiplied. And then someone found an even stranger edge. A job title that barely existed 3 years ago. You don't code, you don't build, you just talk. You talk to the AI and you talk to it well. People who can direct these systems precisely earn more. 56% more than comparable traditional roles. Not for knowing more, for knowing how to ask. The most valuable skill in 2026 is a conversation. There's one generation that isn't surprised by any of this. Gen Z entered the workforce and found gig work already waiting. 43% of them already do gig work, more than any other generation at the same age. They didn't adapt to a new economy. They were born inside it. For them, the 9-to-5 was never the expectation. This is just what working looks like, and that changes everything about what comes next. Take one person sitting alone with a laptop. They notice one small specific problem. So they build a tiny tool to fix it. Nothing fancy, just one thing done well. They put it online, $5 a month. 200 strangers find it, 200 pay. That is $1,000. Every single month. No employees, no office, no boss. Just a small solution sitting quietly on the internet. Making money while the rest of the world sleeps. Now, step back and look at the whole picture. All of those streams, the gigs, the bandwidth, the parking spots, they are part of something much, much larger. The global gig economy is now worth $674 billion. That is bigger than the GDP of most countries on Earth. And it is growing 3 times faster than traditional employment. 3 times faster. This is not a fringe movement anymore. So here is the uncomfortable truth about all of this. Making money hasn't gotten easier or harder. It has gotten weirder. The people winning aren't necessarily smarter than you. They don't have better degrees or better connections. They just stopped waiting for someone to hire them. They looked at what was sitting right in front of them, and they asked, okay, what can I actually do with this? That shift from waiting to doing is the whole game. The new rule is simple. Find what someone will pay for. Sell it directly without waiting for permission. Use every tool you can get your hands on. The tools have never been cheaper. A laptop, a skill, a spare hour, that is enough. The window has never felt more open or more urgent. Most people are still sitting, waiting for things to go back. That gap is the whole opportunity.